First try. Howdy folks, how you doing today? Welcome to this little world where we play. Together you and I will make great things. This is the Tekkit Legends Let's Play. Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? Come here and welcome back to our Tekkit Legends Let's Play adventure. Although I guess from that lovely little intro song that I recorded first try, you already figured out what you're watching. Yeah, I know, it's not the best thing, but I thought, you know what, we're this close to the end. Might as well. I mean, no one's made it this far in the series and is gonna be like, oh, that theme song, I quit! I'm not watching anymore! Unless they do, in which case I wouldn't blame them. It wasn't that good. Now, some of you may remember, was it last week? Was it week before last? I can't even remember. I did this little episode with blaze rods and blaze powder that set off a firestorm of comments. It was incredible. So many people, let me go ahead and explain. The idea was that you take blaze rods, you break them down into 5 powder, and then you use 2 powder to make another rod, and the rest of the powder gets thrown into an EMC thing to generate either more rods or red matter or whatever. And the problem was, in the latest recommended build of Tekkit Legends version 1.1.1, that didn't work. Now, I got a lot of comments from people saying, hey, I've done this, I'm doing this, it's working, what are you talking about, Cub? What's going on? So I decided to do a little snooping around. I upgraded to the latest experimental build, which will probably be the last build since this thing hasn't been updated since like 6 months ago, as of time of recording. So I went from 1.1.1 to 1.1.3, and aha! That did nothing. It was exactly the same. It still wouldn't work, it was still a broken system. I had people accusing me of all kinds of silly things. Cub, did you change the EMC values? No. Why would I do that? What would be gained by doing that? They did it. I even had someone suggest that maybe it's because I started my map in an earlier version. That also makes no sense. So I decided to go backwards. I went backwards in time from version 1.1.1 to 1. Oh dear, did I go 1.1.0 or 1.00? I think I went 1.0.0, and ladies and gentlemen, you'll be happy to see that this does in fact work now. Blazes have a higher EMC value. If we take a look, a stack of blazes is worth more than a single blaze rod. Doesn't make any sense. Clearly not intentional. There's a reason this was fixed. It's very cheaty. It inspires manipulation. But whatever. I'm not sure why we updated in the first place. I don't know. When I made that video, I assumed everyone watching was using the latest recommended version. It seems silly that anyone would not. That being said, this is close to the end of the series. I guess it'll be okay for us to stay in an older version just to demo this. Who cares at this point? Now, the system that is suggested usually will not really work here because generally what happens is, I think if you do this yourself, you'll get 2 and then you can use 2 to create 1. However, in this version, you still need 5 powder to create a single rod, so that's not going to work. What we need to do is come up with a slightly different system, utilizing the fact that we get more EMC. So here's what I've been thinking, and I haven't thought this through completely, I'll be honest, but my idea is we need to get an energy condenser. A Mark 1 will do, so we'll get energy condenser Mark 1. We will set that down probably here, why not? I'm not too specific on the details. We're going to need some blazes though, so we'll go ahead and we'll grab some blaze rods and some blaze powder. So we want this to create blaze powder, or blaze rods. There you go. Neither of these items have, take this torch. That'll get you started. That'll get you headed in the right direction. So as it creates blaze rods, we'll want to pump them out, and I believe, let's see, an extraction pipe. What's our best extraction pipe? Emerald have round robin, that's good, that's what we want, so we'll get a round robin extraction pipe, and we'll set it up. Oh wait, no, do we want round robin coming out of here? No we don't. We want just standard extraction coming out of here, so we'll go ahead and we'll just get a wooden transport pipe. And I guess we could go advanced wooden. Would there be an advantage to advanced wooden? I don't think advanced wooden works with the buildcraft. At least in my experiments, it doesn't work with the buildcraft gates the few times that I have tried. So we'll go ahead and just use a standard one. We'll grab a basic gate with Arctic pulsar. Arctic pulsars, very important for this build. Oh, great, there goes the accent. I'm gonna get hate over that now. Place that down here. We want to pump that out into... This chest is in the way. I've done it! Ladies and gentlemen, I did it again. How do I get it out of there? I do this every stinking time. There we go, perfect. I had a split second where I was like, oh no, what if that ruins it? But it wouldn't. Our rotary macerator. Fantastic. So that'll rotary macerate the blaze rods. We need to feed it some power, which means we're going to need to... Y'all aren't doing anything with these, are you? This machine has been shut down for a while. Now, this right here, what I've got set up over here is... Need to get down there and grab that. Excuse me for... Good grief. Come on, get down there. Come on. What is this? What is even happening down here? Where's this going to? What is even happening? That's not going to anything useful, is it? No. No, of course it's not. Well, anyway, as I was saying, you know what? I'll worry about that later. Even if I worry about it at all, I'll worry about it later. I'm not going to worry about it now, though, because... Oh, good grief. Alright, I did go ahead and care about it. I went and... This is just a disaster. Before we plug this thing in, though, I just remembered Rotary Macerator... I don't think... Can it receive power from a big Let's not risk it. Let's just not risk it. I don't want to find out the hard way that it won't. Look at this. We'll get 6... That's way too many transformer upgrades. But what is it going to hurt? We'll put those in there. Just over here, of course, where they belong. I wanted to put an inverter upgrade in there, but if we put an inverter upgrade, we can't put an export upgrade in there. But I guess we can just set up a pipe. It won't be that big a problem. So we'll put the inverter upgrade in there. And then once we hook it up, it should start getting power. Yeah, there we go. And it hasn't blown up. Comment down below if you know how many transformer upgrades are needed to keep the rotary macerator from blowing up when it's receiving this much power. Because I know this is like super power. This is like what you'd pump into your mass fabricator or your teleporter. I don't think... I mean, I know this thing could take some pretty high voltage, but I don't think it'll take that high a voltage. That I don't want to push it. I don't want to find out. I just... It's not worth the risk to me. Now, next up, we're going to need that round-robin extraction pipe, and also we're going to need another... Should have thought about this beforehand. We're going to need another Antarctic pulsar, and we're going to Antarctic pulse things out of there. Follow me, if you will, on this little adventure. I've got a plan. I promise you I know what I'm doing. Items in inventory. Do a pulse. Same goes to you. You got items in there. You do a pulse. Thank you very much. So you'll pulse items out. You'll come back around. We will need to get some golden transport pipes. We will pipe things back. I don't even know what you're doing. You, though. Right into there like that. Okay. So that should theoretically... Yeah, that basically does it. The only thing now we're going to need is another energy condenser. We'll place that one here. That'll hook up. This should be set to round robin in order, or... Okay, we got whitelist, a blacklist. Round robin in order, please. Thank you. That's what we want you to do. So the round robin will send one blaze powder back, and then one into here, and then one back, and then one into here. We want you to create red matter. So we'll just get a piece of that out of here, and we will program it. Okay, and then now it's just a matter of getting all this started by throwing in our first blaze rod. So that blaze rod will get carried through here, where it will produce, theoretically, 5 powder. There goes the powder. It'll come out here. I say it'll... Okay, new plan. These things will sort of naturally do round robin by themselves anyway, so if we just chunk that down there, and then inside here we put down a regular extraction pipe, a wooden standard extraction pipe this time. Wooden fluid, wooden transport, there we go. We want you to go here. For some reason, some of these fancier extraction pipes just don't work with the basic gates and Antarctic pulsars. Hopefully that's what the problem is here. So items inventory, perform an energy pulse, there we go. And this should, by itself, you know what the problem might have been? Maybe I didn't have the... Yeah, look at that. So a few of them will get sent in here, and then the rest of them will be sent over here. So we have 2 in here. Should be working on that. And you might have noticed that we did have another... yeah, here we go. So we got another batch here coming out. So we'll get a few more in here, and then the rest of them will go over here, where they will create another rod, which will get sent through here. And... Okay, we got 5. They'll be sent back out. This is... You can kind of see where this is going. Ah, so that time we got 2 rods. And yes, okay, so we'll get some more over here. And this is going to take a while to really get going, but you'll kind of see what I mean here. We can go ahead and give it a quick kickstart, though, if we just throw in a whole chunk of rods. It would eventually get to that point by itself here in a little while, but this will really get it going. So put in the rods. It's going to create a bunch of blaze powder, like a whole lot of blaze powder. Hopefully it'll keep up with demand. It's not sped all the way up yet, and also... No, yeah, it will speed up. It's got that in there, so it'll just stay on. It will eventually get to full speed. But look at this. So even now, it's getting enough blaze powder to create additional rods. And it's sending a lot in here to start creating red matter. Okay, it's creating so many that it can't pull them all out at once. That's the problem. If we add a second Antarctic pulsar to the... Why is that door shut? Or why isn't that door shut, I should say. Huh, that's odd. I wonder how long that's been open. Anyway, if we add a second basic gate... In fact, let's just bring the whole Antarctic pulse stack with us. I think you can add a second one, it'll do it at twice the speed. We'll find out. Hopefully so, because this does not look good. Alright, so we'll add a second one. We will tell it, hey, items in there. Go ahead and do an energy pulse. So that should take them out 2 at a time now. Does that look like it's working? Does that look like doesn't look like it's helping? Let's add another one. What'll that hurt? If it's not working, then it's not working. If it is working, then good. Okay, look at that. We've now got them spewing out the sides here because it's just making too many. It looks like that's helped, though. It does look like it's going down now. Right? It's in the 40s now, and it wasn't in the 40s before. I think we've made an improvement. We've made a marked improvement. The problem is this is only going to get faster as time passes. So... I guess we could do a second extraction pipe. That might be a good idea, actually. We'll do that. We don't want any back traffic, so we'll put an iron pipe here. And we're gonna have to configure that. See what I mean? Gotta get a wrench. That way I think is what we want. Maybe we should put the iron pipe here instead. That might work a little bit better. Getting ridiculous fast. Alright. We want you to only accept... Oh, no, where's the golden pipes? We need another golden pipe here. And then set you up to receive from... No. What? No. Go this way. This is the only direction we want you going. No, but we also want you to go in there. Oh, gosh darn it. This isn't working. Alright, came up with a great solution. Alright, y'all ready for this? We will, instead of doing it the way we just were, we'll have these only pipe to there, and the ones coming out of over here will only pipe into the other. Okay, yeah, you'll see what I mean here when I get them all on. Alright, alternative. Instead, we've got one basic extraction pipe here, and everything it extracts goes right back to the first energy condenser, and the second one here all goes straight into this chest, which has already created our first red matter. Where did you come from? How does... Wait, no. How does that make sense? How do we have blaze... Oh. Oh, we're producing rods faster than this thing can... Okay. That's a new problem, considering we've got this thing maxed out at 100% speed. If this is producing them faster... Oh, my. Here we go. Alright, that should help with that problem. It's just slinging blaze rods everywhere right now. Come on back over here. So it looks like we're getting a couple every so often being sent directly down here, where we've got 2 pieces of red matter put together so far. It's not as quick as our diamond chestplate machine, but it's doing pretty good so far, considering that we do effectively have it maxed out. It's getting enough to keep running at almost all times. See what I mean? Every so often it'll go down, like right here you'll get a second where it just doesn't have one, but still. Alright, last thing to do to finish this up would be to put down our ender chest to make sure we've got it properly blocked off. Put down a wooden extraction pipe, wooden transport pipe here. Make sure it, too, is properly sealed off. Don't want anything getting around where it ought not be. Our Antarctic pulsar. Items in inventory. Perform an energy pulse. And then make sure that this is set up on the right frequency. No, now there's items in there. Go. Alright, good. So any red matter we produce now will be pumped directly into our ender chest with all the other red matter. Everything's come to a grinding halt. Why is everything stopped? Oh! Oh, I broke it. Oh. Maybe this was a bad idea then. Alrighty, folks, in the name of science, I've got an energy filter here. Or, I'm sorry, a blue power filter here. We're gonna set it up and see if that'll, will that work? It does work. Looks like it keeps it maxed out as well. So let's set it to do it every, let's say, ooh, no, 10 seconds. I think Pneumatic Tube does some round robining all by itself, so we'll set that up, and we'll set this up here. And then we'll just hook these guys up like so. So they'll each be on a single frequency. Good. They'll be doing that thing all by themselves. So this should keep stacked up. This should have a stack at all times. Yep, and this will empty as much as a stack in one go. And hopefully, yep, put it in there as well as back over here. So we just gotta wait and confirm. Not seeing any. Right? They're both going off, but we're not getting any over here. All right, so I found some paint. We're gonna see if we can't get this to work a little bit better. We're gonna make a blue paintbrush. We're gonna paint this blue. We're also going to paint that blue. And then we're gonna tell this guy that we want it to only output to blue. And I don't know if I need to tell it blaze rods, but I guess I will. Okay, there you go. Blaze rods, you get the idea. So it should output it to both of them now, I think. Okay, we got some there. Hop over here. None. Alright, the internet suggested doing them in equidistant. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, you put them in equidistant away from each other, and that seems to do it. Well, that's a weird tick, but okay. Items in inventory. Do nothing yet. Energy pulse, please. Great. Alright, so the secret this whole time was to just make sure the two chests were an equal distance away from each other. This should indefinitely create rods. Too many rods by the looks of it. We can throw some of them in here to get things kind of started again. Great. That'll start generating red power. Red power will be pumped out of here into here. Just red. I believe it'll just take red matter. Did I say red? What was I saying? Red matter will be pumped out of there into here at least. This is the system we have. We're pretty much getting an infinite amount of blaze rods being pumped into this rotary macerator, which is splitting them up between these two energy condensers, one of which will just produce more of these blaze rods, which is a pretty good deal. I don't know if y'all heard that, but I just got a Snapchat. I forgot to silence my phone. I'm sorry. The other one is going into here to create red matter. I've never done it before. That's not quite the system that most people build, but again, you cannot just merely use like an automatic crafting table to reassemble blaze rods because it'll take, you'll get the 5 for, you get 5 if you macerate it, and then it takes 5 to build a new one. So, it's a pretty good system. It's not as efficient as some of the other ones we've looked at. Again, I think that diamond chestplate one is probably way better. Although maybe I didn't do this right. If that's the case, comment down below, and I will probably not try it again because I think I've got all the future episodes planned. I've got pretty much every idea that I've ever wanted to do, that I've ever dreamt up, ready to go. Is this fast? I think that 10 seconds is fast enough. Alright, well thank you folks for watching. Until next time, God bless you and I'll see you later. Bye!